Hello guys and welcome back to my stories. Today I'm gonna be telling you a story of the full bag of rice. So let's get started. Once upon a time in Japan there lived a man who was very strong, and he could carry many stuff, and everything in his body was strong, and his name was the full bag of rice. So the people just called him this name because they named him like the full bag of rice. Means like rice is heavy if you put much of it, and for him he could carry like billions of stuff with just one hand. So like he was very strong, and that's what his weapons were. He had a bow and he had a tomahawk and a sword. So one day he was in adventure, and he remembered that his real country told him, do not cross this river. There's crazy creatures that can kill you in a blink of an eye. So he told himself, like, I'm very strong now. Many people have tried to kill me, but I still won on them. Why don't I just like try to go there and see what these creatures are preparing for me? So when he went to check it out, he found a very tall wooden bridge, and this bridge wasn't as safe as it looked. It was very broken, and like I guess like a hard fat step could kill somebody. So the full bag of rice, as you know the guy, I'm gonna just like say to him a smaller name like Chris. So Chris was like now strong, and he can run as fast, very fast. So he didn't say like let me walk, let me just run as fast as possible. And as soon as he just stepped in the wood, it started breaking. So he said to himself, run, and he started running. But when he kept on running, every step that he took at the back, everything was broken until he finally made it to the other land. Now there was another bridge, but this time it was made of bricks. And when he was walking in the middle of it, he found a huge dragon with two heads, and when it was sleeping it breathed fire. So Chris was very shocked, like he thought that he's gonna die soon now. So he said to himself, I'm a brave soldier, I can do it. And then he went on walking, but he became careful not making much noise. But by mistake there was a small chips on the ground. He stepped on it and it made more noise than usual. The dragon woke up, so he said to himself, I must run now, and he ran very far. But somebody called him, hey! So when he looked back, that dragon disappeared. And then he told his own mind, like, how in the hell did that disappear in a very short time? It was like only half minute. He couldn't believe his own eyes. But he found in the place of the dragon a man calling with a dress of a dragon. So he went back where the dragon was, and he said to the man, are you the one who called me? Yes, I am. Are you the dragon who was lying down here? Yes, I'm the king of the dragons. I can change into any dragon I want to be. So he said to himself, like the curse told himself, oh, maybe this guy can help me get out of this island. So the king of the dragons said to him, I can't help you with escaping from the land. I have two enemies to take care of, and these enemies can attack me in any moment. So please, I must be careful. But a bad luck was a spell that came to the king of the dragons when he was small, and it was like if he became a dragon once, he must stay like one day without being a dragon until the second day. and the king of the dragon needed to sleep with the dragon style. So then the king of the dragons told him, told him the story. Like, I must tell you the story. Maybe you can help me. Then Chris, the soldiers, told him, no problem. I'm always ready. In their time, there were no guns, only swords, tomahawk, and bows. So the king of the dragons told him, I got two enemies to take care of. One is very injured and I can kill him simply, and the another one is very hard. And his name is the craziest crab. What the hell does that mean, the craziest crab? And then, when they were talking, a huge noise came, and I can't really remember what was the sound, but it sounded like, King of the Dragons, I'm coming for you. Then, the guy, Chris, said, what is this voice? Oh no, it's the craziest crab. He's coming here to kill me. Please, do something about it. Do something, please. So, Chris came down to the crab thingy, and his eyes were made of fire. And Chris said to him, you're not gonna scare me with such a body. You're nothing in front of me. He started with punching on me, but it didn't affect. Then he took out his sword, and in the legs he started cutting, but blood came out, but it wasn't effective. So he said, now it's time for tomahawk. He got two tomahawks, one for throwing and one for beating and killing. He threw one at his eyes, but nothing happened. The crab was ineffective to weapons. So he took another tomahawk and he started putting blood out, but at the same time the tomahawk broke. Then he got nothing left but the bow. So the crab said to him, shoot whatever you want, you'll never kill me. So Chris realized that he didn't refill his arrows for the bow. There were only 3 arrows left. So he said, I must do this, please. So at first he took his first arrow and put it in the bow and aimed his shot, and poof, it went in the right spot where he aimed. But it wasn't effective, only a hole came in the middle of the eyes. Not in the middle of the eyes, in the middle of the head. So the crab said, I'm coming to kill you too with the king of the dragons. So then he took his second arrow and shoot it in the same spot, but it was still effective, but many blood came out this time. It hurted a little bit, but it didn't affect. So he took his last arrow and said, please God help me. And he just shot it in the same position, but this time the crab fell down dead in the ground. You're gonna ask me now how? I'm gonna tell you, because he shot 3 arrows in the right spot. It reached the brain, and it was in the same perfect spot, and it was so sharp, his arrow. So that he took his 3 arrows and put it back and washed it. The king of the dragons said, now I'm happy with you, and I hope you enjoyed with me, and thanks for killing the craziest crab. But when they were talking again, they found the impatient guy, their second enemy. The king of the dragon just killed him, simply. So the king of the dragon said, now the spell is broken because I killed my 2 enemies. Thanks a lot. Now I can be a dragon whenever and whatever I want. So Chris rode on the back of the king of the dragons when he was a dragon, and he went back to town, and they were best friends. So Chris promised him that he would every 2 days come to see him, and they lived happily soon after. But Chris liked adventures more and more after this nice fighting adventure. And Hope you enjoyed, guys, and that's it for tonight. I'm gonna play one more tomorrow. See ya.